Well, good morning, everybody. Meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Tuesday morning where winds are breezy across southern Nebraska and northern Kansas, keeping temperatures up. Even though a colder air mass has moved in or is moving in from the north, the wind's staying stronger, keeping temperatures up a little bit. But where the winds are lighter up north, it is colder this morning. And this is going to keep that cool air in place today. It's not going to be a very warm day out there. Temperatures below average for your Tuesday. A couple of thin clouds, otherwise plenty of sunshine. With winds dying down through the day and especially by tonight, high pressure is going to scoot in. You can see it over the eastern Nebraska, western Iowa. That's going to lead to a cold night tonight as most of us will drop below freezing. The exception, right in here. Winds going to pick up a little bit out of the south. That'll keep temperatures up a little bit here. But central to eastern areas, it's going to be pretty chilly. Tomorrow night into Thursday morning, tomorrow during the day, those winds are going to pick up out of the south. We could see some gusts 30, 35 miles per hour. It's going to be a little on the windy side, and that's going to warm temperatures up, but it's also going to keep that fire weather threat higher tomorrow. So we've got a bigger threat of wildfires. I'm actually more concerned about it going into Thursday. We'll talk about that in just a bit. Now, the winds will stay a little bit breezy overnight into Thursday morning. That'll keep temperatures elevated, so it'll be a milder night, so not quite so cold going into Thursday morning. Now for tomorrow, this is only for tomorrow right now, a fire weather watch will be in place for tomorrow afternoon and early evening. That wildfire threat will be high. It's likely we will see this again on Thursday for most of the area and probably even on Friday for some of the area. Tomorrow the fire weather threat's high. I'm actually more concerned about Thursday. Even stronger winds, even drier conditions, and of course the lack of moisture we've been seeing out there. Temperatures today. We're going to top out in the mid to upper 50s to right around 60. That's more typical of what you would see in early November. So we are going to be kind of looking at a cool day out there today. This is about 10 degrees below average. Tonight, down into the mid to upper 20s and lower 30s for most. Out west, not quite as cold because the winds will start to pick up. But we do have a freeze warning in place for much of southern Nebraska and northern Kansas because of the and this is because of the cold temperatures, of course. But up north, we've already seen an end to the growing season. We've already seen temperatures fall below freezing, and some places well below freezing. So a freeze warning will be in place until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Still officially a freeze watch in southwest Nebraska. It'll eventually either be converted over or they won't issue it out because maybe it won't be cold enough quite there. I think they're waiting to evaluate things there in southwestern areas around Chase and Dundee County. High temperatures tomorrow, nice recovery, getting back into the 60s, some warm 70s and even low 80s back towards the west, kind of comparable to what we saw on Monday. Tomorrow night, not nearly as cold as the winds stay breezy, lows in the 40s. And then looking ahead to Thursday, warmer temperatures in the 70s and 80s. Strong south winds. We're going to see winds gusts 40, maybe as high as 45 miles per hour. That fire threat's going to be high. It's going to be another fairly warm one for most of us on Friday into the 70s, but a cold front is going to be approaching out west here, plus some rain and maybe some isolated thunderstorms developing here, so a little cooler in these locations. But those areas that are going to be warm still, it's still going to be some fire threat with some strong south winds. It's going to be another very windy day on Friday. Let's look at that extended forecast. Again, cool today, chilly tonight, possibly ending the growing season in the Tri-Cities. Warmer tomorrow with windy conditions out there, even windier. Strong winds Thursday and Friday, very strong winds. So that wildfire threat's going to be high at least the next 2 days, possibly through the third day, so Wednesday, Thursday, and probably Friday as well. Then comes the rain chances, probably not till after midnight Friday night, and that will continue to Saturday. Right now the chances look better west of the Tri-Cities, but there is a chance. We'll get a break as everything kind of either shifts to the west or kind of dissipates. So Sunday will be a little warmer than Saturday with less of a chance of rain. But then late Sunday into Sunday night, the chance of rain starts to move in, and this will continue to Monday. And this could be a better chance, actually, for the Tri-Cities. It's actually starting to look like the chance may be a little bit better coming out of the weekend than going into the weekend. Long range, temperature-wise, we're going to kind of settle into close to average, I guess, for as we get towards the latter portions of December. As temperatures will be kind of hanging out in the 60s for the most part. So after all these fluctuations, we'll still see small fluctuations, but at the same time, we're not looking at any major heat, and at the same time, no major Arctic air quite yet. Nothing like that. No snowstorms on the way yet. We're not looking at that. North Platte, cool today. Chilly tonight, but not as cold as the Tri-Cities. Warming up with some windy conditions on Wednesday. Fairly breezy on Thursday. Not as windy as the Tri-Cities area, but it will be warmer. Lower 80s for a high on Thursday. 70s on Friday as the rain chance moves in Friday afternoon into Friday evening, maybe even isolated thunderstorms. You've got a better chance than the Tri-Cities. You've got a pretty decent chance. I put that up at a 60% chance, especially for Friday night right there. And this will continue into Saturday morning. A break for a while here, and then another chance here Sunday, late day into Sunday night, Monday. And that's still a decent chance of rain there. So a cooler day on Saturday with the rain chances looking a little bit better for North Platte. Coming up a little bit on Sunday and Monday, but those highs will be in the 60s. Long range looks like we'll kind of stay in those 60s going through most of next week here, as that will mostly be above average as we push towards the end of October here. So the Climate Prediction Center is still keeping us above average in that 22nd through the 28th of October time range, and kind of keeping us in the somewhere between above average and below average. A lot of that will depend on how things play out with the long-term models. There are still some question marks long range. So again, still not much for moisture the next several days to come, but as we look towards Friday, and this is the European model here, here's those rain chances increasing late Friday into Friday night. I think the best chances will be over western areas, maybe a little thunderstorm activity. It tries to push east, but it kind of does something, but it kind of struggles and falls apart late in the day, Saturday into Saturday night. But then we got the main low pressure system moving out from the Rockies and the desert Southwest Sunday into Sunday night and Monday. So that increases our rain chances once again. That moves on out, and then we don't get much for rain for at least most of next week the way it looks right now, once we get past Monday. Again, the GFS model is a little bit different, so let's show you that real quick. Not much until Friday. There's the strong winds, by the way, on Thursday. I am concerned about windy conditions. So, and even North Platte, even though I put a breezy icon, there's a chance it could be pretty windy if this GFS plays out right. And I think that fire threat is going to be quite high on Thursday and maybe even Friday for some of you. Here comes that rain later Friday into Friday night. Best chances will be out west, maybe isolated thunderstorms. So notice there's not much of a chance in the Tri-Cities, which is why I'm less confident in the Tri-Cities compared to farther west. But then we look towards Saturday night, Sunday night, and there's that main system coming out of the desert Southwest. That'll increase our rain chances Sunday night into Monday right there. That moves through. And then after that, we still have some chances according to the GFS, but not much. I think we're mostly dry most of next week, but we'll see. There's a lot of differences in the forecast models long range, which is why I don't have a lot of confidence. Even coming out of the weekend, the confidence isn't super high quite yet. Moisture or temperature-wise, again, we are in the midst of the chilliest weather right now that we'll see here for this week. And then tomorrow it starts to warm up a bit. Much warmer Thursday and Friday, but here comes that next shot of cooler air with some of that moisture Saturday and Sunday. And so it's not quite as warm, but at the same time we're not really super cold out there. And it looks like the really cold stuff's still going to remain to our north. Next week could be interesting. We'll see how that goes. If that little shot of colder air comes farther south than expected, that could change things in the long range part of the model forecast there. But it does look like we trend warmer at the end of this forecast. This is pushing us towards around the 24th, 25th of October. We could get a little late October warm snap. We'll see if that happens or not. Here's the GFS. Again, we're in the midst of the chilliest air of this week right now. Warms up a little bit on Wednesday. Warmer yet Thursday. Thursday's probably the warmest day for most of us. Although Friday's still pretty decent. And here comes the cooler air with the rain chances here heading into the weekend, but still mild, just cooler. And then this is the differences in the models right here. How much of that cold air by the middle of next week comes up? But then we do warm it up. So most of the models are indicating some kind of a warm up late next week here. So we'll see. Long ways out. Don't want to get into too many details of the long range forecast because that can certainly change here. But hoping maybe some moisture for some of us, either going into the weekend or coming out of the weekend, or both for some of you. I think out west it could be both. Tri-Cities, I think the better chances coming out of the weekend. Same thing to the east of there. So we'll see how things play out. But stay warm out there. It's a good hoodie and jeans kind of a day today. I think that's all I'll be wearing later on today once I get home from work. It's just got kind of a day out there with the cool weather, and stay warm tomorrow morning. And if you still want to save your plants, maybe bring those inside or cover them up tonight, as we are going to slip below freezing in most locations. All right, with that, I'm going to let you all go. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all again on Wednesday morning with all the latest. Talk to you all later. Bye.